Hello everyone. Today we will discuss about Earth's magnetism. So before we discuss about the elements of Earth's magnetism, we need to understand a few basic terms which are related to the definition of the elements of Earth's magnetism. So the first important term is geographic meridian. What is geographic meridian? You know that for Earth we have a north pole, we have a south pole. So the plane which passes through the north pole and the south pole, right, is called as the geographic meridian. So we can write the plane passing through geographic north and geographic south. This is called as geographic meridian. So what is mean by geographic? The actual northern pole which we understand in our daily life. But we have one more type of north and south poles. So actually what happens is that if this is your earth, this is your geographic north and geographic south, then whenever we place a magnetic compass needle, what happens is that it rests slightly at some angle with this north and the south pole. So this is the north of the magnetic needle and this is the south of the magnetic needle, right? So the actual direction in which the north and south of the magnetic compass needle rests, this part is called as magnetic north and magnetic south. So you can write it like this. This is magnetic north and magnetic south. And what is the angle between these two? The angle is nearly 11.3 degrees. So this is nearly 11.3 degrees at this place. So this was geographic meridian, the plane passing through the geographic north and geographic south. So what will be the plane passing through magnetic north and magnetic south? So this is magnetic meridian. Magnetic meridian. So this is the plane passing through magnetic north and magnetic south is called as magnetic meridian. Then we can understand the magnetic equator and the geographic equator. So if we look at this figure, I can draw this as this will be the geographic equator. And what will be the magnetic equator? Magnetic equator will be here. So this will be magnetic equator. right? Now the third important point, I would say, not exactly term. So this third is important to know, that if we consider Earth as a giant magnet, if this is our Earth, it's a giant magnet, and we say that our magnet is resting in this direction, right? So this is your magnetic north and magnetic south, right? So that means the Earth's magnet must be with opposite polarity inside this Earth's imaginary magnet must have this polarity, because unlike poles attract each other. So you can say here that blue is the imaginary Earth's magnet, and your compass needle, red is compass needle. So actually the compass needle shows the directions magnetic north and magnetic south, but the Earth's magnet is having south and north according to the opposite polarity. Now if I want to draw the magnetic field lines due to this, I'll draw in the separate diagram. So fourth is magnetic field lines of Earth. Now here I'll have to again draw an Earth, and this is your geographic north and geographic south, and again I have this magnetic north and magnetic south. So I know that my imaginary Earth's magnet is having this south and this north, right? So this is Earth's magnet. Right? So if we draw the magnetic field lines due to this, how will I draw? I know that the magnetic field lines start from north and then enter the south. Similarly, here this will be the case, and if I want to draw more, I don't have much space here, so this will be like this. These must not cross each other. So north and enter the Earth's south, which is not visible behind the lines. So this was about magnetic field lines of Earth. So elements of Earth's magnetism. The first is angle of declination. So this is the angle between the magnetic meridian and geographic meridian, or in other words we can say angle between magnetic axis and geographic axis. But this one is considered more appropriate. So what does this mean? If you have this earth and this is one plane passing through your geographic axis and this is another plane which is passing through the magnetic axis. So the angle between the two, one is the geographic meridian and the other is magnetic meridian, right? So the angle between the two is called as angle of declination. So if I can draw these two planes, if I say that this is the magnetic meridian, suppose, this one suppose, right? And this is geographic meridian, then the angle between these two is called as angle of declination and it is denoted by alpha, right? Now the second important element is angle of dip and this is also called as angle of inclination. What does it mean? It is the angle between the net magnetic field of earth and the horizontal direction, or you can say the surface of the earth. So this is angle between the net magnetic field of earth and horizontal direction, that is earth's surface. So if I draw a diagram for this, the diagram will be, we know that at any point wherever your magnetic needle compass needle directs, this is the direction of the net magnetic field. So I can say that this is the direction of net magnetic field of earth and this is the horizontal direction. So the angle between these two, this angle is called as angle of dip, right? So if you look at this, this is your net magnetic field, this is the horizontal direction and this is the angle of dip, and this can also be written as horizontal component of magnetic field, B cos delta, and we can write the vertical component of magnetic field also, this will be B sin delta. So these are the two elements. Third element I will write on the next slide. So the third element is the horizontal component of of magnetic field. Why this is considered as a special component? Because at every place this horizontal component is parallel to the surface of the earth. So it is measured in context with the surface of the earth. So we know in the diagram, if this was your net magnetic field, if this is your horizontal component, this is your angle of dip, this is your vertical component, and if in the same diagram I want to draw all the three elements, I can draw this like this also. So this is your horizontal component. We know that this, so in the same diagram all the three elements can be shown like this. So this is declination, this is dip, this is horizontal component, this is vertical component. Now we know that BH is B cos delta, that means net magnetic field multiplied by cos delta, and BV is B sine delta. So we can divide, if this is 1, this is 2, BV upon BH will give me 10 delta. Also, if you want to find the net magnetic field of earth, so squaring and adding 1 and 2, what will we get? Under root of BV square plus BH square. How? Since BH square is equal to B square cos square delta and BV square is equal to B square sine square delta, right? Squaring and adding will give you BH square plus BV square is equal to B square sine square delta plus cos square delta, which is 1. So from here we get this result. Moreover, very important note over here is that angle of dip. What is angle of dip? Angle of dip is the angle between horizontal component and the net magnetic field. So this is dip angle. So what is the value of dip? Dip angle at poles is equal to 90 degree. How? You can visualize it like this. At poles, the needle is vertical to point in north-south direction and the surface is like this. So what is this angle? This angle is the angle between the horizontal and the net magnetic field. So this is what? This is 90 degree at the poles. So if I want to write this at equator, so delta at equator, so this is dip angle again I am mentioning. So at equator what is happening? So at equator the magnetic needle will be like this. So that means this is the direction of B also, and at the surface also has the same direction. So you can say the horizontal component is in the same direction. So you can say that delta is 0. If I consider any arbitrary point on Earth's surface, suppose I consider this. So at this point, the horizontal component will be parallel to the surface, and suppose the net magnetic field is along this direction, because our magnetic compass needle is pointing suppose in this direction. So this will be our net magnetic field, and the angle between the horizontal and net magnetic field, this is your dip, and next this will be BV. So this is another way of showing that every point on the earth's surface, what will be the direction of horizontal component, what will be the direction of vertical component, what will be the net magnetic field. So I hope the concept of elements of earth's magnetism is clear to all of you. That's all for now. Have a nice day.